Do I really look like a guy with a plan?
Actually, Matt, you do. Hey guys, before you get started, make sure you click that subscribe button. And if you don't ring that bell, you won't get any updates. So, as you all may have heard, last week it was announced by The Hollywood Reporter that Robert Pattinson had been cast as Bruce Wayne. Now, this has been rolled back quite a bit, with other trades reporting that's not quite the case, such as Nicholas Hoult, Armie Hammer, and Aaron Taylor Johnson are also apparently in the running for the character. Then last week, a new Heat Vision report from The Hollywood Reporter mentioned the possible number of villains we'll see in the movie, and then the geekosphere got all up in arms. So apparently, we're going to see up to 6 villains, with the primary villains being the Penguin and Catwoman. Now, I'm sure for a lot of people this will bring up memories of Batman Returns from Tim Burton, which featured Danny DeVito and Michelle Pfeiffer as the two characters. The standing rumor is that Reeves' movie will be a year one style film. Now, a lot of people seem to be really up in arms with the number of villains. And, I have to say, they probably should chill out. Let's back up the clock a little bit and go back to January. None of this is really news. Matt Reeves said back then he's planning on using, and I quote, a rogues gallery of villains. That means more than one. Usually means more than two. It means quite a few. So I'm not really sure how this became such frontline news. So we're into that. This is Gotham City. There's a place called Arkham Asylum. And within that one building, you can walk down a hallway and see a dozen Batman villains all in one shot. Just because 6 are going to appear does not mean 6 are going to be primary characters. There's also the possibility of how the movie is even laid out. If we have an established Batman, you could very easily open with a single scene featuring the Batman versus one of these 6 villains as he closes out one case and then begins a new one with whoever the primary villain may be. We have absolutely no story details yet, so none of this leads to any conclusions about what 6 villains or even 2 villains really mean to the story. Personally, I think some of the rumors we're hearing about there being a lot of villains are absolutely true. Reeves basically confirmed it, but it doesn't mean this is an all-encompassing Arkham Asylum style story where we're having to see each villain get a little bit of screen time. There's cameos, there's mentions, there's lots of paths we can take here, and it doesn't mean 6 primary villains. There are plenty of B-listers like the Rumored Zaz that could very easily appear and fill up some of those slots. Also, let's not gloss over all those B and C-list villains that James Gunn has used for the Suicide Squad that just happen to be Batman baddies. Right now, the main rumor is the Penguin is the primary antagonist, but it is entirely possible that Matt Reeves does mine the 80-year history of the character to flesh out the support party. I also suspect that the Catwoman is not a villain, but a person of interest. Catwoman classically plays both sides of both lines, so why wouldn't they do that here? It also sets up the classic Catwoman-Batman relationship much better than her just being a good old-fashioned villain. Tell me what you think in the comments below. And what other villains are you hoping to see in The Batman? If you like this video, make sure you press like below, click subscribe, and if you don't ring that bell, you won't get any updates. Peace.